Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the annual JCA Boonoonoonos Black History Month celebration. The theme this year is Black Health and Wellness, and our gracious sponsor is the Carpenters Allied Workers Local 27. I'm here at the Jamaica Canadian Association. And normally, this celebration would have us all making noise and eating and having some great music. Today, the only thing missing will be the food. But don't you worry, I am not protesting this year. All is well. Now, what does Boonoonoonos mean? Just the word supposed to sound sweet. The word means to express love, or in perfect translation, it means special person. You, all of you tuned in right now, are special persons to us. And in this here Black History Month, we are all very special. Now, we are going to get started in all the officiating of this annual Boonoonoonos celebration. First up, the national anthems. And what a beautiful anthem to hear in this time. You know, we should be stirred every time we hear these anthems because they're really based on prayers. Anyway, we don't want to lose any time because we have a lot to get to in this Boonoonoonos celebration. So we're going to turn over now to the president of the JCA, Miss Adoma Patterson.
Good afternoon, Danae. Good afternoon, everyone in virtual land. Welcome to another Boonoonoonos. I'm going to begin with our land acknowledgement. We acknowledge the land we are meeting on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto, where JCA is located, is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. As we gather to celebrate Black History Month and the organizations working to effect change, we also acknowledge the many people of African descent who are not settlers, but whose ancestors were forcibly displaced as part of the transatlantic slave trade, brought against their will, and made to work on these lands. We believe that advancing Indigenous sovereignty is deeply and inextricably linked to Black liberation, and we remain committed to both. His Worship Mayor John Tory, Consul General of Jamaica at Toronto, Lincoln Downer, Member of Parliament Judy Sgro, Member of Provincial Parliament Tom Rakocevic, Councillor Anthony Peruzza, Deputy Mayor Michael Thompson, special guests, members, and friends. Welcome to our annual Boonoonoonos celebration, another virtual event that allows us to connect with people all over Canada and indeed around the world. I am so excited because this year, 2022, the Jamaican Canadian Association celebrates 60 years of service. It is hard to believe that despite many obstacles and challenges, we are still here. 60 years ago, a group of Jamaicans came together to celebrate Jamaica's emergence from colonial status and mark independence. The celebration led to the creation of the JCA. So today I pay tribute to Bromley Armstrong, Mavis Magnus, George King, Violet Carter, Amy Nelson, who turns 102 this year, and Roy Williams, who turns 92 this year. Today, we, a new generation, proudly continue the legacy and foundation laid by the founding members, evolving our programs, services, and governance, and initiatives to adapt with the time. This Boonoonoonos celebration is an example of that. A dedicated committee co-chaired by our Vice President, Michelle Mackenzie Dolly, and Dr. Sylvanus Thompson worked hard to bring you this celebration under the theme, Black Health and Wellness. We know that COVID-19 continues to magnify the inequities in healthcare systems. Black communities are disproportionately impacted by the pandemic, historical racism and discrimination, which is the biggest contributor of vaccine hesitancy. This year's award recipients have been on the forefront of supporting Black communities prior to and during the pandemic. We have worked with most of them over the course of 2 years and continue to be amazed by their dedication and commitment to our communities. On behalf of the JCA Board of Directors and members, a sincere thank you to our sister organization, Caribbean African Canadian Social Services, the Black Health Alliance, University Health Network Social Medicine Program, Taibu Community Health Center, African Food Basket, and the Toronto Black Task Force for reminding everyone that Black lives matter. Special thanks to our sponsors, Carpenters Union Local 27, the Jamaica Tourist Board, our advertisers, and all of you for supporting this event and everything JCA does. Last but not least, I must give a special shout out to my board colleagues, Michelle Mackenzie Dolly, David Betty, Audrey Miller-Raybould, Kashane Denton, Michelle Davis, Benito Palomino, Ingrid Lambie, and Charles Gordon for your leadership and the tremendous amount of work you do to keep JCA moving. Everyone in virtual land, I wish you a Boonoonoonos time over the next few hours and enjoy tonight's Super Bowl. Walk good.
Thank you, Madam President, for bringing greetings and doing our land acknowledgement. And of course, we cannot open an event without paying our respects to the one who made it possible for us to be here. We will bring forward now Miss Ismay Murray. She is representing the Caribbean seniors here at the Jamaica Canadian Association, and she will do our opening prayer.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let us pray. Almighty and ever-loving Father, as we pause this afternoon for a time of relaxation and entertainment, I pray that each one of us will say a silent prayer for all our bereaved families. So many of our loved ones have been called home in such a short time. We know weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Father, I ask that you will continue to strengthen and bless each link of the JCA chain that has kept us together for 60 long years. For our world leaders, I ask that you give them wisdom, patience, and understanding as we face this difficult period in our lives. Now, Lord, we invite your Holy Spirit in our midst this afternoon as we give thanks to today's organizers and entertainers as they try to make this world a better place for us to enjoy. Keep us, guide us, and protect us, O Lord, as only you can. In your most holy name I pray. Amen.
Amen and amen. Thank you, Miss Ismay Murray. Now, we want to anchor this event in Black greatness. And for me, I have decided that we will anchor it with two elements of our Blackness. And I want you to come with me on a journey throughout this afternoon. The journey is, imagine what would life be like without Black people? Can you imagine? And subcategory is, if there were no Black people, one, your life would be boring, and two, you wouldn't have made it. I mean, some of us would have died. Want to know why? I'll give you an example. Have you heard of Elijah McCoy? Yes. Very instrumental in moving the steam train technology. He created what was better called the real McCoy. You see, his steam engine technology allowed for oil to be spilled on the moving parts of an engine. And many people tried to copy it, but none perfected it. Hence, the real McCoy. Did you know he was born here in Canada? Yes, he was born in Colchester, Ontario, 1844. And as I said, can you imagine a world without him? We would have dead. How would the steam engine move? How would we be safe on the rails? Listen to me as we go through this evening, because the world without Black people would be boring and dangerous. Now we're going to continue because we have multiple greetings and multiple experiences to have. Before we get to greetings, here's a word from Jamaica Tourist Board.
Feel the pulse, feel the vibe, feel it in your heart.
Sunshine smiling warm up inside your heart. Feeling of pure love, oh Jamaican heartbeat. Dancing to the beat up inside your heart. Heartbeat of the world, oh Jamaican heartbeat. Jamaican heartbeat.
Jamaica.
Can you feel it? Jamaican heartbeat.
Love it.
Heartbeat of the world. Beyond compare. Nothing like it
one and all to the land of scap, reggae and dancehall. There we go beach, river and waterfall, and we have a lot of party when the night fall. Whole a vibe, eat something with a drink in your hand. Rum beer, jerk chicken, roast fish, yellow yam. Them say we beat unique, so every boy, every girl come to Jamaica, the heartbeat of the world.
Jamaican heartbeat.
Jamaica.
Can you feel it? Jamaican heartbeat. Heartbeat of the world.
Yes, Jamaica is the heartbeat of the world. You never know. Well, now you're supposed to know. Look at that lovely ad. I literally just wanted to jump into all the water scenes. Now we begin our greetings. Starting us off is the Honorable Judy Sgro. She is the MP for Humber River Black Creek. Okay, so we're going to move because apparently we didn't get that one to go live as yet. So we have more greetings. There are many people who wish us well on these celebrations, and especially in Black History Month. Here is a message from our mayor, John Tory.
Hello, Mayor John Tory here, and I'm proud to recognize and commemorate February as Black History Month in the City of Toronto. The City of Toronto acknowledges all treaty peoples, including those who came here as settlers, as migrants, either in this generation or in generations past, and those who came here involuntarily, particularly those brought to these lands as a result of the transatlantic slave trade and slavery. We pay tribute to those ancestors of African origin and descent. While this Black History Month once again feels different than the ones we've celebrated before, thanks to the pandemic, it's all the more important that we seize this opportunity to reflect and to take stock of our past, to firm up our resolve to action as we look ahead at our collective future. This past 2 years have not been easy for all Torontonians, but especially for Black Torontonians. They've been difficult, fraught with challenges, and made worse by the pandemic, but they've exposed existing inequities and injustices. We've witnessed incidents of anti-Black racism both abroad as well as here at home, with many in our city having faced an overwhelming sense of frustration and pain and grief felt both during the summer of 2020 but also beyond, and that continues to burden the hearts and the minds of too many. These incidents, in conjunction with the health and social and economic challenges brought about by the pandemic, I know have made this time a difficult time. There's no denying that current times have been challenging, and yet we continue to see demonstrations of strength and of ingenuity and creativity and resilience from Black Torontonians. Throughout the pandemic, tens of thousands of people who took to the streets to call for the end of anti-Black racism, and that was a movement that was strong across the world. We've also seen many community leaders who have amplified the voices of marginalized and vulnerable people in our Black communities. And in response, much has been done, and much has been accomplished, and much more will be accomplished, because we know that much more needs to be done, and all that has gone before has only inspired us to do more. We're committed to doing more. This Black History Month, I encourage non-Black Torontonians to learn more about anti-Black racism, to learn more about the ways in which it hinders the lives and the health and the overall well-being of Black Torontonians, and more importantly, learn ways for you to also take part in the fight against anti-Black racism and to be a better ally, and learn more about the history of Black Canadians, Black Torontonians, the role they've played in building up our city. It's a multifaceted role and a big role. As mayor, I remain resolute in my commitment to tackling anti-Black racism within our institutions and in our city at large. This is a critical part of how I honor the history of Black Torontonians and Black Canadians. Anti-Black racism and racism in general, we know it is a fundamental part of our value system that says they have no place in our city. And we should think about that very carefully during this most important Black History Month. Thank you.
We thank Mayor Tory for his greetings and very appropriate words in this here Black History Month. He seems to be one of our Boonoonoonos friends. Another Boonoonoonos friend coming to bring us greetings is Tom Rakasevic, He is the MPP for Humber River, Black Creek.
Greetings, everyone. I'm MPP Tom Rakosovic, a lifelong resident of Humber River, Black Creek, the home of the JCA. I'm so proud to join you during Black History Month and here during this annual Boonoonoonos event. This is a very special year for Jamaicans across the world. It is the 60th anniversary of Jamaican independence, but it is also the 60th anniversary for our very own JCA. I want to thank you, JCA, all of the members, volunteers, for what you have done during this pandemic in making our community a healthy and safer place. The theme of this year that you have chosen is Black Health and Wellness, certainly very applicable for the times, but again, certainly applicable for the incredible work of the JCA. And for all that you do, you find the time to recognize others and point out those who have made incredible contributions for all of us. I want to thank this year's award recipients, and I want to thank them for everything they do for our communities, for our province, for our country, and for making the world a better place for all of us.
We thank our MPP, Tom Rakosevic, for his words. And now we continue with some greetings. This one is coming to us in light of our theme, Black Health and Wellness. We have with us Jacqueline Chen. She is the president of the Jamaica Canadian Association of Nurses. Let us hear from Jacqueline.
Greetings. My name is Jacqueline Chen, president of the Jamaican Canadian Association of Nurses, JCAN, a not-for-profit charitable organization seeking to fund and acquire long-term care housing and programs for Blacks and racialized seniors. During Black History Month, we must recognize Dr. Jean Augustine, who made this month of celebration possible, along with the many other Black heroes that made history, broke down barriers, and paved the way for many Blacks to follow. On behalf of the JCAN Board of Directors, I bring congratulations and admiration to the Jamaican Canadian Association as we celebrate Black History Month 2022. JCA is steadfast in demonstrating dedication and a strong purpose to establish programs and support for Caribbean and African communities. Your programs for students and youth are contributing to building strong foundations for the up-and-coming generations. With the rising cost of secondary education, your investments will assist in positioning the next generation of leaders to be well prepared for the challenges and opportunities of the future. Your efforts to keep seniors engaged through weekly programs are well appreciated, and transitioning the program to Zoom sessions shows your ability to be flexible in supporting community needs. The curriculum for seniors demonstrates a strong culturally relevant approach with music, social table games, devotionals, and celebrations. The balanced approach to provide support and programs across the lifespan are revolutionary and a testament to your commitment to provide a physical hub for activities and advocacy to improve the well-being and equity of Jamaican, Caribbean, and African Canadians in the Greater Toronto Area. Lastly, your commitment to the Black community during the pandemic is immense. You mobilized 8 culturally relevant vaccination clinics, held information and wellness check clinics, and distributed rapid test kits, masks, and sanitizers, all in the effort to keep our community informed and safe. Your strategies and efforts are reflected in the 2022 Black History Month theme, February and Forever. Your programs are addressing the needs of today and are positioning the communities that you serve for a healthy tomorrow. In closing, please accept JCAN's best wishes for your continued success and our ongoing partnership as leaders in the needy area of community service to Black communities. Congratulations.
That was Miss Jacqueline Chen she's the president of the Jamaican Canadian Association of Nurses, and very much apropos to what our theme is today. We're focusing on Black health and wellness. Now, I must tell you, we have prizes to give away today, but the prizes are attached to trivia. So I'm giving you the early warning. Get the brain sharp, because the theme is Black health and wellness. And the trivia, as a hint, the trivia will focus in that direction. So I hope you're ready when that time comes. In the interim, remember I told you I'm anchoring our presentation today on the idea of what would life be like without Black people. Earlier I told you life would be boring and probably dangerous. Well, let me give you an example of why it would be boring. When you saw the ad earlier for the tourist board, did you not feel like you should go to Jamaica? You know why you're able to feel like that? Part of it is the music. And without the music that came out of Jamaica, all of your life would be boring. When I ask you, I'm telling you, think about the work of Toots Hibbert and the Maytals, the work of Bob Marley, and of course, Jimmy Cliff. And think about the first album that can be identified as reggae came out called Do the Reggae. And that album was by the Maytals. We're talking about 1960s. We're talking about 60 years of history. 60 years of bringing excitement to your life. Your life would be boring without Black people. May I tell you? You don't believe me? Think about some songs. Go down memory lane with me. Jamaican ska, pa 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 pa. All ska, pa pa. You know what I mean? Think about songs like Many Rivers to Cross. Think about songs like By the Rivers of Babylon, a spiritual that we then brought into reggae. Think about those energies. I mean, what would we have done without Black people? And those of you who are Jamaicans, please stand proud in this, because our music is loved, copied, imitated all around the globe. Now, after I've given you these tips today, I hope you will go away with a greater appreciation for the value of Black people. Again, imagine a world without us. We continue with our greetings. And here is a lady that we are happy to join us. She is one of our Boonoonoonos friends. We're talking about the Honorable Judy Sgro. She is the MP for Humber River and Black Creek. Welcome, Miss Sgro. While we try to locate her, we continue to move the program along. And, you know, as I mentioned Jamaica earlier, Charles, can you do us a favor and play that ad from the tourist board for me, just for me? Because maybe it's only me one enjoy seeing the sea and the sand and the swinging and the music. Let us get that ad again, please.
Feel the pulse, feel the vibe, feel it in your heart.
Sunshine smiling warm up inside your heart. Feeling of pure love. Oh, Jamaican heartbeat. Dancing to the beat up inside your heart. Heartbeat of the world. Oh, Jamaican heartbeat. Jamaican heartbeat.
Jamaica.
Can you feel it? Jamaican heartbeat.
Love it.
Heartbeat of the world. Beyond compare. Nothing like it anywhere. Share, eat and drink. We move and dance with you. No matter where you are.
No matter where you come
No
from.
matter where you're from. Join in the party. You're welcome.
Laugh,
You're welcome.
smile. So me say greetings, welcome to one and all, to the land of ska, reggae and dancehall. There we go beach, river and waterfall, and we have a lot of party when the night fall. Hold a vibe, eat something with a drink in your hand. Rum beer, jerk chicken, roast fish, yellow yam. Them say we beat unique, so every boy, every girl come to Jamaica, the heartbeat of the world.
we are the heartbeat of the world. I mean, I did that selfishly because I just love to see the scenery of Jamaica. And in this here time when we are cold, it's minus about 14 today. I just love to see those images because it gives me this strange idea that I could transport myself there. How do you feel? How is it going for you this evening in this here Boonoonoonos time? We're sharing with Boonoonoonos friends and we're having a Boonoonoonos time. I hope you're liking it. Now, as I said, the world would be boring without Black people. And the world would be dangerous without Black people. You don't believe me? All right. Let me tell you. So, do you know the traffic light system that you have? Have you seen it? Do you recall it? Okay. Think about this. We now have a 3-light traffic system. You know who we can thank? Mr. Garrett Morgan. He made this in 1923. He was the son of an enslaved parent, and he invented many things, including the improvement on the sewing machine and the gas mask. And he added the yield component to the traffic lights. That is how we got to this place. So tell me, wouldn't life be dangerous without us? What would you do if there wasn't that yield element in the 3-light system? What would you do without Black people? I'm telling you, we're a powerful people, and I hope you know that when you imagine the world without us, you will see it could have been a dangerous and a boring place. Now, I will continue to tell you more as we go through, but here we are. We are going to hear from the Carpenters Union with an ad, and then perhaps from some more people. Let's see.
Local 27 is proud to be this year's sponsor. If you thought of being a member of Local 27, you have the opportunity to work on some of the largest construction projects across Toronto and the surrounding areas. The Carpenters Union takes pride in having one of the most productive and skilled workforces in construction. Local 27 members, along with members of the Carpenters Union, are the most productive and efficient workers on construction projects, small and large. On behalf of our members, thank you for your support.
So, of course, we have to thank the Carpenters and Allied Workers Local 27. They are our sponsors for today's events. Nothing you see here happens simply, and we thank them for supporting us in this time, because they could have thrown their support elsewhere, but they are a Boonoonoonos friend. And because they're special friends of ours, they had to do this now, right? So we welcome them to our space all the time, and we're thankful for their sponsorship. We have some more greetings to get to. I understand that joining us live is the Deputy Mayor, Michael Thompson. That is the Deputy Mayor of this city of Toronto. Let's welcome him.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much. And I'm delighted to join the celebration and fundraising event at Boonoonoonos event. And it's an annual event, and we know that the JCA is a tremendous organization that has worked with so many different partners to ensure that the desire and the needs of the Black community, particularly the Jamaican Black community in Toronto, the advocacy is there, as well as their interest is actually met, as well as being brought to government to ensure that the needs of the community are never left behind. So the advocacy of the Jamaican Canadian Association is just fabulous. And I want to thank the board of directors, of course, and of course the president, Adoma Patterson, and all the volunteers for the tremendous work that you do. During the last number of years, particularly with the pandemic, we've actually seen the JCA step forward to offer great assistance to the City of Toronto, the province, and of course the country in helping to provide vaccine information as well as to host clinics. It's also an important initiative that the JCA took on, which was to help to feed needy seniors during this particular point in time, and you continue that particular program. You also offer space and opportunity for the community to come together, to celebrate, to discuss, as well as to plan the future. Your topic and today, which is the Black health and wellness, is very timely, because not only has the pandemic demonstrated to us the gap that exists in our system, it also demonstrated to us as well the need for more investment and more opportunities to be brought into the community. And the JCA has been steadfast in its advocacy to ask governments, to ask partners and stakeholders to help. And so I proudly stand with you today as you celebrate another year of Boonoonoonos fundraising, and looking forward to the future as we build wealth, we build prosperity, and we create opportunities for the next generation. The founders of the JCA have done us a great service by providing not only a legacy, but an instrument that is about change in terms of the leadership of the JCA, as well as the building, what it offers Black Jamaican Canadians, as well as the work that we do to help others in the Black community. And as we celebrate Black History Month, which is fundamental to our awareness, as well as to create opportunities, and as the mayor has indicated in his remarks, to allow others who are not Black to learn about the contributions that we have made to this great country. We've been here for a long time, and it is important that people recognize that there's never been a better time to be Black than now. And it is that we are part of the decision making that actually is of benefit to us, our community, and our future. So again, thank you so much for the great work that you do. Thank you for inviting me to participate in your celebration today. One love, walk good, and best wishes to you all. Thank you.
I want to thank you, Deputy Mayor Michael Thompson. And, he gave me a great reminder. Do you know this is an annual fundraising event? Normally, of course, we would be able to sell tickets. You would be able to come and eat food and enjoy music and the fellowship among each other. COVID had other plans for us, and we're trying to work around it. But don't think that the JCA is not constantly and always doing great work, even in the pandemic. And you can contribute to that great work. I'm suggesting that while you sit here with us, open up another browser and type in jcaontario.org, and you will see a moment, a little tab, a little link to donate. Yes, give us something, no? You're our Boonoonoonos friend, and special friends always give special friends gifts. I saw me here. Yes, that's what I heard. So I'm asking you to follow through and be our Boonoonoonos friend. We're going to continue the movement here. As I said, we're anchoring our discussion on this. What would life be like without Black people? Can you imagine it? Can you even think of such a thing? Well, earlier I said to you, life would be boring. And I talked about reggae, even tried to sing a few tunes. Here is another example of how Black people shaped the things that make us less boring. Did you know about the steel pan? Later on, one of our performers is going to play from the steel pan. But the steel pan is heralded as one of the last great musical instruments created. Can you imagine? And the steel pan in the 1930s in Trinidad and Tobago is where it really took force. And it was a part of resistance, because Black folks, even in Trinidad, were not allowed to take part in the carnival celebrations. And so they rebelled. And the rebellion brought forth instruments. And from those instruments and those ideas came the steel pan. It was late in the 1930s when they realized that the convex bottom of the oil drum could be turned and could be dented to make a distinct musical sound. Not only a sound, but multiple notes could be made in those dents. Tell me now, what would your life be like without music? And more specifically, the steel pan. I'm telling you, without Black people, your life would be boring. You don't believe me? Trust me, I'm telling you this, man. Now, we are going to continue to see if we have some greetings from some of our other friends. We're still waiting to see if Mr. Sgro can connect, and we're waiting because, trivia is coming up soon, so look out for trivia time. And we're waiting to see if we have others in the background waiting to give us a greeting. And one of those people would be the Consul General from Jamaica to Toronto. His name is Lincoln Downer, and he's joining us live. Welcome, RCG.
Thank you so much, Danae. It is good to be here this afternoon. And I too join you in looking at those scenes in amazement, but also August is coming, and we know that the JCA trip is August 1 to 8. So this President, Jamaican Canadian Association, executive members and officers, ladies and gentlemen, a Boonoonoonos afternoon to you all. It is always a privilege and an honor for me and my colleagues at the Consul General of Jamaica and the Jamaica Tourist Board to support the work and activities of the Jamaican Canadian Association. We know that it is a veritable institution, one that is very important in the community, a beacon of hope. Your work continues to have a profound impact throughout our community, especially our seniors and our students. This year's Boonoonoonos event is even more relevant as we celebrate Black History Month, Reggae Month, Jamaican Canadian Association's 60th anniversary, Jamaica's 60th anniversary of independence of our great island, Jamaica. The JCA continues, as I said before, to be a beacon and a game changer, because one of the things I admire is how the organization pivots to the needs. And I am especially pleased that I was able to bring my Caribbean colleagues together to support the vaccine and information pop-up clinics. I therefore commend you for developing strategic partnerships which position the organization for even greater impact within our community. This level of collaboration with health organizations represents a poignant example. Today's event, which is a celebration of Black health and wellness, is very important as it showcases Black excellence. I too have seen firsthand the work of many of these organizations. And as a community, we must pay keen attention to our health and well-being. I therefore endorse the work of the organizations here represented as they have staged the various activities. And as we celebrate our health professionals, I want to be reminded or remind you, as Danae gives us all these various tips and facts, that Jamaica has made an indelible mark on the world and in the field of healthcare and science. I speak particularly of the work of Dr. Manley West, who is the co-inventor of Consul, which is one of the most popular drugs used today to treat glaucoma. Another noted scientist is Dr. Henry Lowe, who has done extensive work on investing in medicinal benefits of Jamaican flora. He discovered several bioactive molecules from Jamaican plants, most notably the ball moss, which has proven promising in the treatment of prostate cancer. He's also the holder of 2 patents based on areas in his research in nutraceuticals and other chronic diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate Black History Month and our local heroes and pioneers, let us recall that we're a proud people with a rich and diverse heritage. In closing, I commend the JCA for honoring our stalwarts and for promoting Black excellence. I wish you continued success in all your endeavors. Blessings.
Thank you, CG, for all that you continue to do as our representative from Jamaica to Toronto. And I particularly liked how you dropped in the influence of Jamaicans on science, because that is in keeping with our theme, Black health and wellness. Thank you again, CG. So, This evening, you're going to learn a lot, Gear up yourself because trivia coming. And as you see, the CG was very well versed on our contributions to science. And we have more greetings coming to us now from, somebody we've been waiting to hear from. She's a real Boonoonoonos friend. Honorable Judy Sgro, MP of Humber River and Black Creek. Welcome, Ms. Sgro. While she gets her camera going, we're going to keep it moving. And earlier, I've mentioned to you multiple times so far that the Carpenters and Allied Workers Local 27 is our proud sponsor. We have representative from the Carpenters Union, Chris Campbell. He is here to tell us something. And I need you to pay attention. I just need you to pay attention because he has an interesting thing to share with us. Welcome, Chris. We're reminding all of our guests to turn on their cameras because we want to see your pretty face on this here Boonoonoonos celebration. Do we have Chris ready? If not, then we're going to keep it moving. Do we have our trivia on hand? Yes. Hey. We're here. We have Miss Audrey Campbell. And of course, she is going to be the trivia leader. And myself and her may or may not mislead you in the answer. So don't really pay attention to what we say. Don't pay attention to us. We might mislead you, and there is stuff to give away. So don't follow we. Now, let us give them some ground rules, Audrey.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna have trivia more than once, right?
Yes. This is the first segment.
This is the first segment.
4 trivia questions in this segment.
Yes.
We recognize that you're watching from different platforms, YouTube, Charles Matthews' platform. So Charles is behind the scenes. So he sees everything. So when we give you the questions, and depending on how generous Madam MC feels, she might give you a little hint to the answer. All right, she not give no hint.
I'm gonna mislead them. I tell you, I'm gonna mislead them.
So when we give you the questions,
no, back up. Tell them what them can win. Why I wanted to mislead them.
Okay. The prizes have been generously donated by Jamaica Tourist Board, by Dr. Sylvanus Thompson, and also by Dr. Vincent Conville. Dr. Vincent Conville just wrote his memoirs, and he's donated hot off the presses, the first copy of his book. He has donated it. And, he said there will be a book release. So when you get your prize, you can come down to the book release and get him to sign it personally. All so right. Those are the gifts that are available for the lucky person who knows their Black history and are able to answer the questions.
So now, we have to lay out everything straight, We're going to ask 4 questions now.
No.
And we're going to have multiple people who get it right first, correct?
So as we ask the questions, we tell you, as you hear the questions, put the answers in the chat. Whoever is the fastest, Charles will be the one that flashes the name of the winner on the screen. So if you don't win, do not come after Danae and I. We have nothing to do with it. You look up Charles Matthews.
Listen,
and take your dispute to Charles Matthews.
Don't out Charles. Listen, he will flash the winner. He has a magic something around the back. And when your answers go in, it churn out who said it first. So not me, not Audrey. This machinery that him have behind the scenes, it's going to churn out who said it first. Okay? So Audrey, how many prizes we really have? Because I don't want nobody say,
We have 8 prizes for 8 questions.
So that means if you come first all the time, you could win all the time. But chances are you won't. So you gotta be quick and you gotta be right. All right, we laid it out.
No, nothing to do with we.
All right.
All right.
Trivia part 1. Take it away, Miss.
First question. The first, who can name the first Black person appointed Director of Health for the province of Ontario? And we're going to give you a couple hints. I know you don't want to do it, Danae, but I'm going to do it. We're going to give you a couple of hints, right? Because I'm so proud of this. First of all, she's a woman, right? She's been a member of the JCA since 1962. Anybody a type yet? She founded, this one will give it away. I feel so generous.
But I don't know why you're giving away things, because I want the opportunity to forget things. That's why I'm not helping them.
You never know. You never read the fine print. You can't win nothing.
I know.
Okay. Here's the biggest clue. She founded the Sickle Cell of Ontario Foundation. If you don't know, you should have shame. And the proudest part of this is she turns 100 years old this year.
Wow.
So put your name in the chat. Put your name in the chat. Put your name in the chat. So question 1.
Let's see what the machinery turns out.
What the machinery turns out.
Yes.
Anybody typing yet?
I think people are typing, because people are typing in my personal chat over here, and them not qualified.
Yeah, me see mine a flash too, but me not pay them no mind.
Oh, there you go. The winner.
What?
Eunice Graham.
Miss Eunice Graham. All right, Eunice win.
Eunice Graham is the winner of the first prize. The answer was Lily Johnson.
Yes. And Miss Eunice, you are the proud winner of Dr. Conville's first book, A Rear View Perspective by the illustrious Dr. Vincent Conville. Enjoy.
All right.
Second question, right? Because we know all you Googlers out there are ready to Google with your typing fingers. Who is the interim director of the Black Health Alliance? You know this one, Danae.
Me know.
But you can't talk.
That's a word. If me say a word, you don't get it.
Yes. It means a youth. See, we recognize young and not so young.
Young, hardworking man.
Young, hardworking, championing. This is what we want. The next generation advocating on our behalf. So I know you guys are Googling to see all of that. So once the name come up,
Jamaican heritage too.
Thank you. Remember, you make Black history every day. Every day. Right? While that question is simmering and churning, do you think we should just hit the third one?
I mean, wait, because we don't know how the machine works. We don't know if we ever break it. So let's see if there's a winner. Remind them what the question was.
The question was, who is the interim director of the Black Health Alliance? And you know what I want to, can I
Google it, man. Just Google it. Stop going
Google it. So can I give a shameless plug?
Yes.
Because I loved how my wonderful CG mentioned the Jamaica trip.
Yes.
The JCA has organized its second trip in its history. The first one was in 2019 when we all flew down. 55 of us went down to Jamaica en masse for the anniversary of Miss Lou's 100th birthday.
Yes.
And this time we're going down for Independence.
Yes.
August 1st to the 8th. You still have time to join us. So far, we've got 80 committed people. What? Mr. Paul Bailey is the winner. No,
so
sorry.
we have a winner.
Prudence Betty. What?
Prudence Betty is the winner. I hope our auditors are writing these things down. Prudence Betty is the winner. She got the answer. It is Paul Bailey, a friend of mine and a very hardworking young person. And it's great that he's the interim lead for the Black Health Alliance.
And Mrs. Betty, you have won an infrared thermometer, courtesy of the lovely Dr. Sylvanus Thompson. So thank you.
Big things. Next.
Big things. Name the illness or disease that is more common to Black people versus non-Black people. This one is going to be.
This one easy like cheese.
Really?
This one easy, man.
Really?
I think so.
There's
only two real options.
But you know, I don't know if they can Google that, you know.
That is it. No, that
is the problem. They can't Google it.
So this is subjective.
Think about what hint could you give them? What is most common?
You said I give them no hint. Okay.
This is Sunday. Why? Let the Allen roll.
I mean,
Yeah, the Allen roll. And Miss
so
Letna?
number 3 goes to Letna Allen Rowe.
Yeah.
The answer is diabetes.
Yes. And Miss Letna, you are the proud winner of a Jamaica Tourist Board gift. Now ask me when I just know say it's Jamaican Tourist Board, so you know say most nice, right?
Yes.
And we're down to our last question.
Yes.
This one, we don't know if them can Google it either. Okay, between an apple, listen carefully, between an apple and a guava, which contains the most vitamin C? You know, so now Google it quick.
Good try. I can't help them with that one because I gave that question.
You know, the Caribbean has some of the most wonderful fruits.
Yes.
Yes.
And, you know, as an aside, the Caribbean has a lot of fruits
But wait, Miss Eunice, you're up on fire today.
Wait a minute. She come in because me just going to give a hint, you know. The Caribbean has some fruits that have not been acknowledged on the world stage as they should. And here is one, the guava. Miss Eunice Graham got it right.
Eunice, you're licked today.
Guava contains way more vitamin C than an apple. So don't discount our things.
So this is the end of the first trivia round. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you to all the folks that donated the prizes. Miss Danae, see you soon.
See you soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we thank you, Miss Audrey Campbell, for trivia 1. And that you saw that move smooth and nice.
What?
No dispute, no drama. Yes.
Me and you in the clear.
Clear. Clean and clear. So we're going to continue as our program goes. And it looks like we have our folks that have been waiting to give us greetings on this Boonoonoonos celebration. Did you like those questions? Did you learn something maybe? Because I know a lot of people would have picked apple for that one. That's why I made it put it. So, guava. Don't discount some of our fruits from the Caribbean. So now we're going to see if we have our Honorable Judy Sgro, MP of Humber River, Black Creek. Miss Sgro.
We finally managed to get connected. I love the trivia, by the way, and I had picked the uva fruit, so I would have got the prize on that one. So anyway, thank you so much for finally able to get in. I'm thrilled to be able to bring you greetings, even if it's virtual again this year. But surely to goodness, when it comes to next year, we'll be able to do all of this in person. So I wanted to bring you greetings on behalf of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, of course, and our Liberal caucus. Congratulate JCA on their 60th anniversary, as well as Jamaica celebrating their independence. Sound like you've got a great group of people that are going to go down and enjoy themselves. You know, Black History Month really does give us an opportunity to focus on all the very successful initiatives, successful people. I recognize in a statement in the House of Commons this week, our president, Ms. Adoma Patterson, Winston LaRose, Devon Jones, so many others that continue to make a huge difference in the Black community. So as we celebrate Black History Month, let us continue to recognize all of the people that contributed through this difficulty with the pandemic. The leadership in the Black community was upfront and made me immensely proud of everyone. There wasn't any issue that they weren't prepared to do whatever necessary to make sure people understood that the vaccine was critically important, to help encourage them to go and to have some trust in the medical system. And that wouldn't have happened without the interventions from many in the Black community that did that. The leadership that JCA continues to show 60 years after they were founded is amazing. And there are a lot of people, many of your seniors, Ms. May in particular, who play such a vital part of continuing the active work that you're doing. So to all of you enjoying the day, until the day when we can get together, and of course that'll have to be a hug because it's not going to be just a hello. It's been a long time. So I look forward to many celebrations this year that we will have a chance to be together. Masks or not, we're going to have lots of exciting activities to be together at. So thank you so much for the opportunity to say hello. My love to everyone there, and to Miss Campbell in particular. You always have my love there. Thank you.
Sgro, thank you so much for always being a supporter of the JCA and always championing those things that we need you to champion. You are indeed one of our Boonoonoonos friends.
Thank you very much.
So you just heard there from our MP of Humber River Black Creek, Miss Judy Sgro. And we're going to go over now, because we like to entice you to go to Jamaica because it's the 60th year and the JCA is organizing a trip. Let's see what Sandals has.
It's gonna be alright. This is my message to
Call 1-800-SANDALS.
Yeah, thanks. Yes, indeed. Sandals has a message for you. Will you be staying there, or will you be going with the whole crew to Jamaica to celebrate 60 years of independence? It is always significant when we have the milestone celebrations in Jamaica. I mean, next level celebrations when we go to Jamaica, because I don't know, it's like especially those of us who are in the diaspora now, when we go down, it's like a different level of love, a different level of frenzy. And so when we have those milestone celebrations, I encourage you to go. You will not be disappointed. Now, you've been hearing a lot of talking. I've been giving you tips. Other people have come on and give you tips, and we had trivia. Now we're going to hear a melodic voice. This person has been thrilling us for a while, and most recently we got a chance to hear her as we said farewell to one of JCA's stalwarts, Rudolph. We're talking about Miss Mel.C. Welcome her to perform for us at this JCA Boonoonoonos celebration.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, I am still wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Awesome as usual. That was Mel.C with You Raise Me Up. And I'm telling you, sometimes we really just need to be raised up. And I hope that what you've been experiencing this evening raises you up to realize our greatness as Black folk, to realize our contribution as Black people, from science to health to great inventions. We have done it all, and we should be proud of that. As we continue this Boonoonoonos celebration, we want to welcome those who will be greeting us. We continue. We're going to check in now to see if Chris Campbell is there, because he has a special word for us, and he is representing the Carpenters Union. Is Chris there? So no Chris. So we're going to move on. Is Dr. Dominic Shelton ready for us? Because, yes, here he is, representing the Black Physicians Association of Ontario. Welcome, Dr. Shelton.
Thank you very much. And at some point, I hope that the video is going to be shown of the huge participation and event, and Blackfination is what we called it, of the partnership that we have.
Seems like we're having a little connection issue with Dr. Shelton. As soon as he can rejoin us, we will go back over to hear his word. And he hinted at something, and I think it's a good time to show the ad from Ceremark. Let's see.
This is Dr. Upton Allen from SickKids. I'm very pleased to be able to lead the Ceremark Vaccine Response Project, along with a very talented team of Black scientists across Ontario. Our goal is to generate meaningful data that are relevant to the Black community. The results will be provided back to participants so that they can see if the vaccines that they received are working for them. Thank you for your participation.
And is virtual. Yes, you see, these things are private, but I was participating in Ceremark. So I'm very happy to hear when Dr. Upton Allen speaks about this program, because it's very important work. We continue as we go through this day. There are many people who have greetings for us, and we're waiting to see them. And one of them is OCAD University. Miss Kathy Moscow brings greetings. Well, while we get that in line, I'm wondering if Dr. Dominic Shelton is back, because he was literally...
Greetings. My name is Kathy Moscow. I am an artist, assistant professor, and associate dean at OCAD University, and a member of the Solid Black Collective. I would like to thank the organizers of today's Black History Month celebration for inviting me to bring you greetings. The United Nations has declared 2015 to 2024 as the International Decade for Peoples of African Descent. This declaration is raising awareness for the continued work to achieve social justice and to end inequities based on racism. This includes a call to action to improve access to quality health services to people of African descent. As a Black woman and a former pharmacist with a PhD in pharmaceutical sciences, I have experienced firsthand the health inequities faced by Black and other racialized individuals in accessing medicines and healthcare services. The COVID-19 pandemic is shedding light on the disproportionate impact of COVID-19 on the Black community. This is why the Solid Black Collective recently partnered with the Jamaican Canadian Association on the Vaccinate for the Culture campaign. Solid Black Collective is a group of 4 Black assistant professors at OCAD University. The Vaccinate for the Culture project engaged Black youth in co-designing art and design content to support vaccination confidence, promote Black health, Black lives, Black love, Black joy, and Black culture. Protecting the health of our community and our cultural icons is essential to preserving our culture. Solid Black Collective is excited to continue to collaborate with the Jamaican Canadian Association on community university projects. We are eager to see what innovations may emerge when artists and designers work with Black youth to design a future where Black youth thrive and health and well-being are fostered. Thank you very much and enjoy the festivities.
We thank you, Miss Kathy Moscow from OCAD University, and I love her background, so Afrocentric indeed. And now we're going to go over to greetings from the counselor for this area. Everybody should know and love our Boonoonoonos friend, Anthony Perusa. He's counselor for Humber River, Black Creek.
Greetings to everyone gathered at the Jamaican Canadian Association and all of those attending this the annual celebration of the Boonoonoonos event. I hope I pronounced that correctly. In recognition and celebration of Black History Month. My name is Anthony Perusa. I'm a City of Toronto councillor for Humber River Black Creek, and it is wonderful to see you celebrating not only 60 years of Jamaica's independence, but also your own milestone of turning 60 as well. I am pleased to join the community and families coming together to acknowledge and celebrate your successes, and under this year's theme of Black health and wellness. I would like to especially recognize this year's recipients, Black Health Alliance, Black Scientists Task Force on Vaccine Equity, Taibu Community Health Center, UHN Social Medicine Program, African Food Basket, and the Caribbean African Canadian Social Services. I wish you all a safe, happy, and healthy journey as we navigate the future and come together as a community.
Thanks to Councillor Perusa. He is indeed a councillor for this area, Humber River Black Creek, and you know he is a Boonoonoonos friend. We're going to continue with our proceedings because we have, coming up, we're going to be talking to those who benefited and those who participated in the vaccine initiative that the JCA was able to host, multiple of them. And we're going to talk to 2 persons that were involved there. But before that, remember, I told you I was going to anchor our conversations today on imagine what would life be like without Black people. Earlier, we talked about life would be boring, and I spoke about different musical genres and contributions. And now I want to go back to a safety issue, because without Black people, life would be dangerous. You don't believe me? All right. Refrigerated trucks. Have you ever thought about them? Have you ever thought about the value of them? Well, Frederick McKinley Jones did. And in 1940, he took out 60 patents over his life, And in 1940, he did a roof mounted cooling system used to refrigerate goods and trucks during extended transportation. He later joined the United States Thermal Control Company, later known as Thermo King. And his work was critical in World War II to help preserve blood and food supplies during the war. What did I say to you earlier? Without Black people, it would be dangerous to live. Because here you have Mr. Frederick McKinley Jones's, he's keeping us alive from safe delivery of food that need refrigeration. And he was so instrumental in the war effort to keep blood reserves and to keep us safe from all kinds of bacteria. Listen, I tell you, without Black people, life would be dangerous. All right, I will have more for you. We continue to keep it moving, and we want to talk to some folks. We have Wayne Thomas and we have Shirlene Charles. They were one, a community ambassador or volunteer, which is Wayne, and Shirlene, who is a client who had the opportunity to come to the JCA vaccine clinics. Let's welcome them in and let's have a little conversation. Hi, Wayne, and hi, Shirlene.
Hey, Danae, how are you doing?
Good, good. I like that you can pronounce my name. I'm very Shirlene, welcome. We're happy to have you. And we just wanted to go over a few things. First of all, Wayne, you had the opportunity to help in the efforts, right, to bring people to these vaccine clinics. Tell us a little bit about your experience doing that.
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate JCA for 60 years. It was a great opportunity for me. I love volunteering. I love the cause, actually, the vaccine cause. I think it was really important. I love making new friends, which I did. I think volunteering for me makes a big difference in my life, mentally and physically. And I try to pass that on to some of the people that I brought there also to help volunteer and to participate in the vaccine.
That's awesome. Shirlene, you had the opportunity to come and get vaxxed in the initiative that was happening at the JCA. Why did you choose the JCA of all the places that you could have gotten your vaccine? Why JCA?
Okay, so I'm a public servant for a frontline employee. My first vaccination I did at International Center. For the second one, I wanted to go with my family, somewhere where they'd be comfortable and where we'd see, I guess, doctors and nurses that looked like ourselves. They'd be more comfortable and they'd probably ask questions and stuff like that. So myself, my husband, my daughter, and her fiance, we all attended our second vaccination at the JCC.
And so when you came to the JCA, tell the people who missed this experience, what is one of the things that stands out for you about getting vaxxed at a JCA clinic?
Well, compared to my experience at International Center, when you arrived, there was music playing. You had employees come up to you and ask ahead of time before you got to your vaccination, if you were vaccinated before, which vaccination did you have? And they specifically gave you a number, regardless if it was Moderna or Pfizer. Once you reached inside, you also saw staff that looked like yourself. In addition to the music, they also offered soup, patties, other stuff to be given. And there's also information like sessions or we can get information in terms of the vaccination. I also had the opportunity of personally meeting Dr. Upton Allen, and he asked if I would participate in his research program, which I did.
Yes.
And
So
compared to the International Center, that wasn't offered at the International Center.
No, and this is one of the things that I know Wayne and others will tell people, that the unique experience of coming among your people to get vaxxed is just different. From music to food, I didn't hear any of the other places serving patty, and I didn't hear any other places playing reggae, except for the culturally specific clinics that were held, like places at the JC. Wayne, what do you tell people who are a little bit fearful or a little bit resistant to go through the process of the vaccination? What is the key thing you tell them?
Just to trust the science. That's basically what I tell them. This is something that's near and dear to me. For me, I took the vaccine to protect myself and my family, and I really think that it was necessary. So I just tell them, trust the science. That's all I can tell them.
Yes. Well, I want to say thank you to both of you. And if there's a word you want to leave with others, especially Charlene, now that you've gone through the process multiple shots now, tell us if you want to leave a word with folks as well.
Well, I guess some people are afraid about what the side effects can be and stuff like that. But I've had family, friends, and coworkers that ended up in the hospital, and who knows what the end could be. So in order to protect yourself, it's better to be vaccinated. So at least the effects won't be as severe being unvaccinated.
There you have it. Thank you, Charlene, and thank you, Wayne, for the work you do. Volunteers are indeed very important for all these efforts at the JCA. So thank you both for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
There you have it. Wayne Thomas and Charlene Charles. Wayne did the legwork. He went through our community and told people and encouraged people to take part in the free sessions that were here. And Charlene, speaking from experience of what it's like to come among your people and get vaccinated. And we want to say kudos to the JCA and of course the Black doctors and all those who participated in those efforts, because there were multiple sessions held here at the JCA this past year. So we want to thank everybody who participated in that. And now, speaking of the JCA, we want to make sure that we can go over to the JCA. There are multiple events and multiple things that they're doing every day. And so we want to bring up first our tutoring and our Saturday morning program, just so that you can know what the JCA has to offer. So first up, you'll see our tutoring. Are you passionate about making impactful changes in racialized students' lives? The JCA Saturday morning tutorial program is recruiting volunteer tutors. So you see here, there will be virtual sessions because we are still indeed in a pandemic. So if you want to know more, JCA has more information for you on this tutoring program. You can contact them at jcaontario.org/SMTP. That's the Saturday morning tutoring program. And let them know that you can assist in whichever group ranges that you see here, because they do ranges from grades 1 to 12. So check them out. And if you are a skilled, whether you're a teacher, upcoming teacher, get in on that. And then, of course, not only are we recruiting tutors, we're reminding you that you can bring your students to the JCA. Get help with your homework and participate in hands-on, practical, and relevant real-life experiential learning. There are virtual sessions for this as well. So come on down and be a part of the SMTP program. And as we said earlier, all students will engage in relevant literacy and numeracy lessons and develop their 21st century skills. This is very important, especially coming from our own people to our own children. So if you want to know more, email smtp@jcaontario.org or call 416-746-5655. 5772, extension 249. Thank you. Yes. So we continue. We have Dr. Dominic Shelton is able to come back in, and we want to bring him back in because he was literally mid-sentence when we got cut off. Dr. Shelton, thanks for coming back in. And he, of course, represents the Black Physicians Association of Ontario.
All right, thank you. So on behalf of the Black Physicians Association of Ontario, we salute JCA in highlighting Black health and wellness during this event. And furthermore, to recognize the members of our own community that have really contributed to improving our health. In the shadows of the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on our community, today we're focusing on the health and well-being of Blacks and those that have taken up the banner and really targeted their efforts and expertise to improving and maintaining Black health. So this really is what self-determination looks like. The Black Physicians Association of Ontario created the Black Health Vaccine Initiative, which is proud to have partnered with the JCA in hosting several vaccine clinics to serve the Black community. And having personally worked at a few of these clinics, I can attest to the positive energy and appreciation that members from our community get from engaging with Black healthcare professionals in order to receive the vaccine. And really, conversely, the fulfillment that we as healthcare professionals get from serving our own. The Black Health Vaccine Initiative salutes the organizations that are being recognized today, especially the Black Health Alliance, the Black Scientists Task Force on Vaccine Equity, and UHN Social Medicine, all of which we have partnered with to fulfill our mandate of advocating, educating, and vaccinating. It was almost exactly 2 years ago that I was in Jamaica working in a rural clinic in Magotty, St. Elizabeth, just a few weeks before the pandemic was declared and the world changed. And, I know there are reasons as to why the vaccination rate in Jamaica is not what it should be. But I haven't been able to go back to Jamaica to date to continue the work that I do. And I do worry about my fellow Jamaicans back home and reflect upon the disparities in healthcare in Jamaica compared to Canada. But having said that, I want to end on a positive note that there are many Jamaicans from the diaspora that are members of the organizations that we're celebrating today. And today, to them, I say, you are Boonoonoonos. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shelton. You are Boonoonoonos too, because you did work in the parish where my father was born. He is legitimately from Magotty, St. Elizabeth. So I'm so happy to hear that. And I hope that you can get back to doing the work there. Thank you very much, Dr. Shelton.
Thank you.
So we continue, and we have, a little video here from Grace Kennedy.
At Grace Foods Canada, we are happy to be partnering with the Jamaican Canadian Association yet again for their Meals to Go program. At the moment, we're here for their Meals to Go program, which they provide a hot meal to seniors who are in need.
You got me singing, way oh, oh. You look like a guy who could treat me right. Way oh. Boy, take a chance, will you let me ride? Way oh. I could be the best thing in your life.
My name is Adoma Patterson, and I'm the president of the Jamaican Canadian Association, located here in Toronto, Ontario. And we are pleased to continue our Meals to Go program that provides a hot meal to seniors and other vulnerable residents in the Greater Toronto Area.
And for this week, meals are being provided for up to 200 seniors.
Our partnership with Grace continues to expand, and we are so thankful for the donation and the care packages that they have provided today and actually throughout the pandemic, through our Christmas program in December and at the start when we had the call to action. I'm also recognizing Elaine Thompson and the Meals to Go team, because this initiative has really been a partnership between us and them as a grassroots organization.
I could be the best thing in your life. Maybe let's take a drive, take a drive.
So from Grace, we're providing ingredients that they can use to prepare these meals, as well as items that they can use to put together care packages to drop off to these seniors as well. This is very important for us because at Grace Foods, Grace Kennedy, we care, and this is just one of the ways that we're able to show that to our community in giving back.
I could be the best thing in your life. Maybe let's take a drive, take a drive.
Yes, we want to thank Grace Kennedy. Taste that moves you. And of course, I was a part of that Meals to Go initiative because it was our grassroots organization, Community Strong, that was able to reach out to the JCA when the crisis hit so that we may help those who were needing it. And we want to continue to do good work, and we want to continue to acknowledge those who are doing such. Let's go over to an ad from Dr. T International.
Dr. T International Food Safety Consulting Services, where food safety is our business. Does your company handle food or food-related ingredients? If so, let us help you put in place a food safety plan. We've worked with hundreds of companies to determine what is needed for them in their industry. So let us help you create this full plan to meet all requirements. You can reach us at 647-294-7277.
Okay, so you heard from Dr. T. You know, see who is Dr. T? Yes, Dr. Sylvanus Thompson is Dr. T. We also have a video from the BPAO, that's the Black Physicians Ontario. So let's hear from them.
We're here today at our JCA pop-up. This is a clinic that we've designed to serve the African, Caribbean, and Black communities in Toronto. We've had good energy today, lots of excitement. We've been able to administer over 500 doses so far. I think this is an important day because it's showing us delivering care to our community in a culturally competent and safe way. I'm hopeful that these types of events can show us how we can deliver care to our community in the future.
I wasn't so much into getting the vaccine, but because of the health history of my family and my mother being in remission from breast cancer and having a compromised immune system, I felt it was necessary for myself to be fully vaccinated. And I also made sure that I garnished all the facts on the vaccine, like Pfizer and the efficacy and how long they've been in development of the vaccine.
Some communities throughout the pandemic have been disproportionately affected by COVID. This includes the Black community and also essential workers. A lot of these people live in areas that in the past were kind of vaccine deserts. So people were not coming out to administer vaccines to these areas, and they were not getting adequate penetration of vaccines in these areas. By having pop-ups, which we do from time to time, such as this one at the Jamaican Cane Association, we're able to reduce a lot of barriers. There's no having to have a computer or internet in order to book. There's no having to have an email. People just show up if they hear about it through the radio station, through our partners, our local partners, our community organizations. People show up, they get vaccinated, and they leave.
Oh, yes. Those of you who were there, you know the experience. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of our program that we're always truly proud to do. The JCA Boonoonoonos annual event always acknowledges those who are doing great work in our community. And we're going to get started with those who will be joining us virtually today, because we have some of the recipients in the hall with us as well. So let's get over to the award presentation time. We're going to ask Madam President of the JCA to take your position on the stage as we do our awards ceremony here at the Boonoonoonos celebration. First up, we want to acknowledge the work of the Gattuso Center for Social Medicine that is at UHN, University Health Network. The Gattuso Center for Social Medicine seeks to address health inequities, working alongside community organizations, marginalized populations, and persons with lived experience, patients, clinicians, and all levels of policymaking to co-design, evaluate, and scale innovative programs to lead to better health. The social medicine programs work in partnership with the community, aims to address historic and systemic barriers to improve equitable access to quality health care and improved health outcomes. The program made significant contributions to the COVID-19 pop-up vaccination clinics at the JCA and other community sites. We want to welcome our recipients from UHN, Dr. Andrew Buzari, Sane Dube, Luwam Ogba Selassie. Welcome them to receive their award from the JCA. And I don't know if we can zoom in so you can see this lovely award that you would have gotten in person.
It is beautiful. Thank you so much. Not sure if you can hear me.
We can hear you. We're going to turn over to you to do your thank yous.
Great. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Sorry that we couldn't be there in person, but this is an incredible ceremony today. And we'll start off by just saying congratulations to JCA on 60 years. We are so thrilled to be part of today's event, and we're so honored to be here this Black History Month. We're also wanting to say thank you deeply for this recognition, of course, for the work that we've done around vaccines with our partners from Black Health, the Black Community Health Center, from BPAO, from the Black Vaccine Initiative, and so many others. I mean, I think one thing I can just say about the clinics is it's so powerful to see ourselves reflected in all aspects of our clinics, from the clinical leadership to the staff to the volunteers. These are clinics that I will hold with me for the rest of my career. It's been such a powerful space to be in, such an honor to be part of this great work with so many of you. And I'll hand off to my team here to continue.
Thank you so much. Sani, do you want to go or jump in? I appreciate it. I mean, I just, wanted to echo the words from Luam and especially Sane. The two have been vaccine leads for us at UHN Social Medicine, and they've been just incredible leaders throughout, and really just my personal gratitude for the incredible leadership that we've been able to learn from throughout this pandemic with the JCA, with the Black Creek Community Health Center, BPAO, Black Health Alliance, and so many that I've been so fortunate, and for us as a team to be able to learn from and work alongside. So These are memories I have at 995 Arrow Road that I will never forget in my career and in the work that we will do collectively, and in solidarity for knowing how much hurt and loss has disproportionately affected Black communities, but really the strength and resilience and innovation that has come from Black communities throughout the pandemic. And it's something that I'll be grateful for and continue to try to learn from as a center in the work ahead at UHN. Sana, I'm not sure, I'll throw it to you, but thank you again.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I echo what my colleagues have said. It's such an honor to receive this award. The clinics at JCA have honestly been some of my favorite that we've done over the course of this pandemic. I remember after our first clinic, it was the summer of last year. I went home and I wrote that I have never seen care in the way that Black people took care of each other at that clinic, and the way that they made testing accessible. And I know that we contributed to that, but it wouldn't be possible without all the people who worked at that clinic. So folks like Wayne, who was on earlier, Adoma, Floydine, all these people. It's been an honor to work alongside you, and I look forward to more collaboration. Thank you for recognizing us today.
And we thank you for the hard work that you put into this effort, and I'm sure everybody is grateful.
And I just wanted to read that it says, this award is presented to the UHN Social Equity Program for outstanding contribution to the community from the Jamaican Canadian Association, February 13th, 2022.
A round of applause to you.
Thank you.
Hi, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
See you at the next clinic.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yes. So there you have it. The doctors from UHN who were instrumental in the work that was being done. Next up, we want to give an award to CAFCAN Social Services. CAFCAN is a registered charitable organization whose primary focus is on building and strengthening the service framework for African Canadian children, youth, and families through culturally safe individual and group counseling supports, case management services, employment services, youth mentorship, and youth outreach programs. CAFCAN Social Services, Inc. is a full-fledged social services agency. It was officially incorporated in 2015, but was formerly the social services arm of this Jamaica Canadian Association, and therefore has a 25-year legacy of supporting families, youth, and individuals in Toronto. CAFCAN was a major partner for the Jamaica Canadian Association's pop-up and vaccine clinics. And joining us is the representative for CAFCAN, our own Floydine Charles. Congratulations, Floydine, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you so very much on this auspicious occasion, and also on the day that the first Black basketball team was, professional basketball team was birthed several years ago on Black History Month, and also on the week of such significant contributors to Black history, including Nat King Cole and Frederick Douglass. It means so much to us to have been a child of the JCA and growing up, and to be such a significant partner in supporting JCA's work to advance the overall health and well-being in our communities, but most importantly, to be a hub that they have demonstrated they have been for the past 60 years. So on behalf of the board of directors and the staff and all of the volunteers who supported this initiative, we say a heartfelt thank you and look forward to seeing JCA and you, Adoma, at the next clinic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Floydine. Thanks for all that you and CAFCAN, the CAFCAN team do. We appreciate you.
Thank you. And we continue. We are going to go over now to another virtual presentation. This one is also very interesting. The Black Scientists Task Force on Vaccine Equity. The Black Scientists Task Force on Vaccine Equity was created in December of 2020 as part of the TO Support's Target Equity Action Plan, as a response to data that continued to show that the highest rates of COVID-19 cases and vaccine hesitancy were among Black people of African and Caribbean origins. The task force was created in partnership with Taibu Community Health Center to address Black community concerns and issues related to COVID-19 pandemic, testing, and vaccines. The task force has also collaborated closely with the Black Physicians Association of Ontario to develop the vaccine equity strategy. The task force includes many of Canada's top Black scientists involved in key aspects of vaccine development and Black public health. Joining us online is Dr. Akwatu Kente. Akwatu Kente.
Hi.
I hope I got it right, Dr.
Yeah,
Kente.
you got it right. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for allowing me to be. It's a privilege. So do I make my comments now, or do I wait until after?
Yes, please give your speech.
It's not a speech. It's not a speech. It's Vicky, I can see you. Big spiritual hug to all the people who are there. I'm so sorry that I'm not. I really wish I was. Adoma, I'm hugging you right now. I'm hugging that award too. Nice. It looks really nice. It is really a tremendous acknowledgement coming from the JCA. You know, I'm a child of the JCA. I grew up. I've been with the JCA since I was 15 years old. What's that, 20 years now? All right.
Sure.
Yeah. So I got to say that the Black Scientists Task Force accepts this award with sincere humility because there's so much work still to be done. This work is a privilege. And what makes it such a privilege isn't just the people who are at the receiving end, who are our people. It's the partners that we work with, the Black Creek Community Health Center, the Jamaica Canadian Association, the people at UHN, the Black Physicians Association of Ontario. And what's particularly notable about the work, for me personally, is that we're all doing it out of love and compassion and empathy with our community. And I accept this award on behalf of the 12 members of the task force, who I won't name just because of time. We commit ourselves to keeping up the pace because there's still lots to be done. And I'll close by citing, since it's Black History Month and what used to be Negro History Week, we're right in the middle. James Baldwin said, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. And so we face the issues of vaccine equity, the vaccine inequity, the health inequities that our people have been experiencing for centuries, with a new determination to sort of improve our community health for the 21st century in a serious and significant way. Thanks again to the Jamaica Canadian Association for this award. Enough respect.
Thank you, Akwatu. We appreciate all the work you have done in the past and continue to do. And, you know, this was an opportunity for us to reconnect with so many people. So it has been an honor, really, to be part of this work.
Congratulations. And now we go to those who are live with us here at the Jamaica Canadian Association. These recipients have been doing hard work across the city, and we pause to acknowledge them. First up, the Black Health Alliance. The Black Health Alliance is a community-led registered charity working to improve the health and well-being of Black communities in Canada. Building on its track record as an effective mobilizer and champion, the organization continues to grow its movement for change. The Black Health Alliance worked with community members and advocates to continue to call for anti-Black racism to be recognized as a public health crisis, for the collection and utilization of socio-demographic data, including race and ethnicity, and for health equity to be front and center in the federal, provincial, and municipal responses to the COVID-19 global pandemic. Receiving on behalf of the Black Health Alliance is Paul Bailey, interim leader.
I just want to make a correction before Paul brings some remarks. Paul is not interim anymore, and so I know Prudence won the award. He was our Jeopardy answer. So congratulations to Paul as the Executive Director of Black Health Alliance.
All right.
Cool. Well, thank you to Adoma and the JCA for this recognition. We know that throughout the pandemic, we've seen how systemic inequities affect the Black community. And I feel like together we were able to mobilize and build a more equitable response to the pandemic. As we move forward into probably what will be an endemic phase and recovery, I look forward to continuing to work with the JCA. For over 60 years, JCA has been an anchor for the community, or all our communities. And so, in the next coming days, months, and weeks, I know that, we're going to have to continue to do a lot of this work. So just thank you again, and we appreciate it.
Amazing. I didn't even know you got the official status, Paul. Congratulations, sir. And now we continue with our prize giving because we have in-house with us representative from African Food Basket. The African Food Basket is a community-based nonprofit organization that has been at the forefront of championing food justice and food sovereignty for Toronto's African, Caribbean, Black community since 1995. In May of 2020, African Food Basket launched the Black Food Toronto Emergency Food Assistance Program, which coordinates weekly deliveries of fresh, culturally sensitive fruits, vegetables, and staples at no cost to members of Toronto's African Caribbean Black community who need support due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We welcome Zakia Tafari, who will be representing the African Food Basket and receiving this award on their behalf.
Thank you. I just want to thank the entire JCA organization, your executive team, your staff, your volunteers for this award. It has been amazing to be a pillar supporting community, especially through the COVID pandemic. As many folks have said here today, the vaccine clinics was an amazing opportunity that brought our entire community together to provide support, to uplift and heal our community, and we are committed to doing this work. Food justice and food security is an important need for our community. Far too many are affected by it, and we have been committed for 25 years to doing this work. I'm excited to be part of the legacy to continue to do this work for another decade moving forward and look at what we can do to increase food access. Food is vital to every part of our well-being, our life, and has been demonstrated here today. When we think about the islands, we think about our happiness. Food plays an important part of that joy, and we want to do as much as we can collectively with our community partners, and especially with the Jamaican Canadian Association, to continue to provide and increase food access. Congratulations on 60 years. You have been a great example of what is possible from our community, and we look forward to following in your footsteps. Thank you.
Thanks, Zakia Tafari, who is representing African Food Basket. And our last but by no means least awards goes to Taibu Community Health Center. Taibu Community Health Center is a multidisciplinary, community-driven nonprofit organization located in Malvern, serving the Greater Toronto Area's Black identifying communities. Its programs and services are delivered in a culturally affirming, Afrocentric environment to support the community. These programs and services are based upon the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, which form the basis for building and reinforcing family, community, and culture amongst people of African descent. Taibu Community Health Center's programs and services continue to do what is needed in our communities. Taibu Community Health Center is accredited by the Canadian Centre for Accreditation as an organization. Taibu is resolute in its commitment to the journey toward becoming a center of excellence. Receiving the award is none other than Lieben Gebre Mikkel, who is, of course, the ED.
Thank you very much. And acknowledging that I am standing on Jamaican territory, but not necessarily trying to copy somebody. I just want to say, massive wagwan. It is a great honor and privilege to have been recognized as an organization, and on behalf of the board, the staff and the volunteers and our members, I accept this award, prestigious award, with really humility, but as an encouragement as well. We have done a lot during this pandemic and before. There are so many other organizations, some represented today here, some not represented, but who have also done great work. But we also know that there is much more work to be done. And so this is an encouragement for us to continue to do what we can, to do what is necessary. And earlier on, Akwatu said that this is a privilege, or to be working here and doing this work, but I think it's also a right and a responsibility that we hold, and we hold this very dearly at Taibu. And so this is an encouragement for the organization, the board, and the volunteers. So thank you very much. We do appreciate this.
Yes. Applause all around for all the awardees, because they continue to do great work in our communities, and we want to encourage good work when it's being done. And we're going to move over now to continuing our program, because we still have Trivia 2 to go and we're running out of time. So we're going to go over to an ad from CAFCAN, who was one of our recipients. Well, as we wait for that to be lined up, is our trivia person ready? Is Miss Audrey Campbell here? Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Audrey.
Yes, ma'am.
We can't tarry now. We have to go quickly with this trivia.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're counting on the machinery behind the scenes to count the right person who wins. Let's go.
Well, Danae, we're going to find out if people were truly paying attention. The next question, we got 4 more questions. So 4 opportunities to win a prize. So the first of the 4. This is a multiple choice question. So anybody can win. Get your finger ready for press the button. How many vaccine clinics has the JCA hosted? Right? How many vaccine clinics has the JCA hosted? Is it 3? Is it 5? Or is it 8?
We can't even say anything, because anything we say might give it away. You know what I mean? So
and while we're waiting, I know you were trying to get Chris Campbell on from the Carpenters Union. He wanted to make a very important announcement, and that is the Carpenters Union is working with several Caribbean countries to bring skilled trade construction workers from these Caribbean countries to meet the current shortage in Canada.
Wow.
In Toronto. So that was the message.
That was a big announcement Chris was supposed to make, but technical difficulties abound in these types. So we understand, Chris. So
DSI is the big winner.
DSI fund photos got it right. Yep. 8 vaccination clinics were held here at the JCA.
That is correct.
How they do it. It was a lot of work for each one, and I must say kudos to the JCA. Next.
And I believe the next one coming up is, I think it's March 16th, if I'm not wrong, but our president can
and Madam President will tell us.
Yes.
Next question.
Next question. And again, I hope you're paying attention, because this, again, you have multiple options. Name a healthcare partner for the JCA vaccine clinic. Now, here's the hint, Danae. The whole of them get an award.
I know.
So if you can't pick one.
If you can't remember.
If you can't pick one and answer that one, that me can't help.
If you can't remember, you should probably visit one of these facilities to get
Exactly.
Because memory loss might be a problem. So let's go.
Exactly.
Let's go. Type in one of them. The answer.
Pick one. Pick one.
All right.
All right. We got one.
All right. Floydine Charles Friedel.
Floydine, you really shouldn't enter, because you're the part of the team.
Leave her. At least she never write something else. She write BHA. So she's a legitimate winner. Yes, Floydine. The Black Health Alliance.
I'm going to give side eye, but okay. All right. You're a winner of Jamaica Tourist Board gift bag. All right, next. This is a true or false question. True or false, right? In Canada, the rate of vaccine hesitancy is higher in the white population versus the Black population. Is that true or is that false? You did pay attention?
Let's see who was paying attention.
And Floydine, don't even bother type nothing. we get by with this one, no matter type nothing.
We might have to disqualify if you answer this one. All right, so.
Okay. So Sue-Ann.
Yes, Sue-Ann says it's false.
Thank you, Sue-Ann. So somebody have to capture Sue-Ann information.
Yes.
And Sue-Ann, you're the proud winner of a digital thermometer, courtesy of the wonderful Dr. T.
Look at that.
All right. Last question. Question. All right. Between, and this one is courtesy of Danae. So if you don't like the question, I see you for blame. Between a full jelly coconut, we're talking about the two sides of the jelly coconut here. The whole jelly coconut. And 1 tablespoon of butter. Which has the most cholesterol? Is it the tablespoon of butter or is it the jelly coconut? Pick one.
I can't tell you the answer.
Whoever picks the right answer is the winner of a Jamaica Tourist Board gift bag or a gift that you can, bring when you're joining us on the trip to Jamaica. No, it's not part of the gift.
No, the gift.
Oh, yes. Miss Marcia. Iridata Brown, are you win?
Iridata got it.
Iridata win.
Yes, Marcia Brown. The tablespoon of butter contains more cholesterol. You know why? I wonder if they know why. Because you cannot get cholesterol from a fruit and vegetable source. But anyway.
There you go. Iridata, get it right. Marcia Brown Productions, get it right.
All right.
So thank you, Danae.
Yes, and thank you, Audrey, for leading us through the trivia twice. And I think we did a good job. I think
we did so.
Yes.
So see all of you on the trip. The Vice President and I are co-chairing the trip to Jamaica. So pack your bag. Here we go.
Here we go. And we want to thank everybody who participated because it helps us to realize that we're not just talking heads, that you are engaged in what we're doing here today at the JCA's Boonoonoonos event. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, as we continue, because, things are winding down now, we're going to go over to see if the ad from CAFCAN is ready to go. And then we're going to have another performance. And he's already here. He came early like me. So he's ready to go. So let's go. Let's see.
CAFCAN, Caribbean African Canadian Social Services Agency, is a B3 organization. Black-led, Black-serving and Black-mandated. Building community together. Our primary focus is on building and strengthening the service framework by providing programs and services for Caribbean African Canadian children, youth and families, through culturally safe individual and group counseling supports, case management services, employment services, youth mentorship, and youth outreach programs. We want to thank all those who have generously contributed and those who will now begin to do so.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, CAFCAN continues to do great work, and we want to welcome now to the stage. I don't know if we gave him enough room. This is definitely one of our Boonoonoonos friends. Remember what I told you, Boonoonoonos means special friend. He is definitely a friend of the JCA and a friend to all of us. You know him as Django Panfire. I call him our adopted Jamaican, because he loves the music, loves the culture, but he really is from Guyana. So this is a multicultural celebration and we're happy to have him. So we're going to turn over now to Django Panfire as he brings the steel pan fire.
Greetings to everyone. Once again, I'm humble and honored to perform at this amazing event called Boonoonoonos. I sure you heard how much award and has been given out tonight and so much awardees. So I'm humbled and really feel blessed tonight to be the closing act here at such an amazing place, the JCA. So this song I'm going to play for you is called Young, Gifted, and Black. Originally written by Nina Simone, but the version I'm going to play was done by Marcia and Bob. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I dearly, humbly apologize for the technical difficulties we had, but that wouldn't stop the show. The next song, turn it up. This is our next song. Many of you know this song.
much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Django Panfire ultimately is a professional because the first song there was a little bit of tech and he just kept going. And who else could make the steel pan sing like that? I mean, such a good job at all occasions. Thank you, Django, again. And we are winding down. Can you imagine? But we want to bring in some people that didn't get a chance to hear from. And that is Chris Campbell from the Carpenters Union. Chris.
Hello, hello. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, nice, nice. So I'm Chris. I'm the vice president of the Carpenters Union, Local 27 in Toronto. We have always supported JCA. Years ago, I was on the board of JCA as a director many moons ago. So I'm also a provincial representative for the Carpenters Union at the office. So first, happy Black History Month, everyone, and congratulations on our 60th anniversary. Okay, so why I want to say a few words is the Ontario government is spending billions of dollars on infrastructure work, and we in Toronto, in Ontario, all of Canada need experienced construction workers in the province to do projects like the transportation, the subway happening, hospitals, power plant, mining. A lot of you don't know that there's a lot of mining in Ontario, refinery work, and all those residential towers and low-rise housing residential projects that you see around, right? We're short workers. So for Black History Month, what we did or what I worked on was we invited the Consul Generals from Trinidad, Dominica, Barbados, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua, Barbuda, and also our very own Lincoln Downer. So they were at our office, about 7 of them, and we talked about the work shortage. We also had the local member of Parliament, Francisco Subarra, and the federal immigration minister, Sean Fraser. We talk about solutions. We talk about taking that first step. We talk about having a system where something similar to what we have with the farm workers, having something like that for folks in the Caribbean. So one with my union, right? Fine. We know, and we always have a long relationship with the JCA, but we wanted now not just the JCA and the Carpenters. I went a little bit further, and that's why we brought in the other Consul General, because we know that there are our neighbors in the Caribbean, and we wanted to be inclusive, right? Because this is nothing new. This is what's happening with European folks. They come and they work and they make a livable wage, right? Wages that, $45 an hour plus pension benefits and so on. So the idea is to start building that relationship with a Consul General representative, with folks on the island. They have a direct link to the island, and start talking about how we can make this happen, right? This wasn't just a Chris Campbell thing. This was the senior staff at my office, and the direct conversation with the immigration minister. So we're hoping this is the first step. We're hoping, okay, fine, we want people from the Caribbean, but we kind of clarify a lot of the myth about getting in the industry, about getting in the union, because yes, the consulate deal with folks there back in our homeland, but they also deal with folks here, right? So we want them to also have all the information, whether you're here on a work permit, whether you're here on a, whatever circumstance, the Consul Generals here will be informed about what's needed. How can you get basic things like a work permit? What kind of work permit, even if, whatever your circumstances, what kind of work permit will get you in the union, right? Because sometimes we think that, okay, whatever circumstances we have a work permit, we can't work on these massive projects, and we know we're skilled from the island. So all of that, we hope got cleared up, and now we're going to be making the next step to see how we can do some kind of recruitment, because again, guys, this is nothing new. This has been happening for a long time. So we're on my side, I'm trying to open it up entirely to folks of the Caribbean, and that was some important news that I wanted to share with you all today. Thank you.
Yes, indeed, Chris. Very important news, because we don't want our people to be left out when these opportunities come up. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Yes, that was Chris Campbell of the Carpenters Union. And now we are winding down, and we cannot miss this opportunity. We want to promote what is coming up here at the JCA. But before that, let's hear the BPAO.
We've seen such an impact of COVID on the Black community, and I personally have directly seen the impact because of the number of individuals that I see in my line of work in the emergency department who are coming in with infection. And so this vaccine clinic here this weekend is part of that initiative to come to where there's a large number of Black people that live in the community, come to them, A, making it easier by coming into the community, and B, for them to see the visibility of Black healthcare professionals in administering the vaccine. And that in and of itself will instill some level of confidence, and that they can ask us the questions that they want to ask us. And, you know, there are some people that we encounter who are, even though they come to the clinic, they're still hesitant, and we respect that. And we have the conversations, and most of them are leaving with the vaccine, you know, a small percentage or not, but it's part of the process of getting them comfortable to be vaccinated.
I am really happy that I got my second dose today, particularly at the Jamaican Canadian Community Center. The healthcare workers here have been so warm, so attentive, so caring, and we have food. Yeah, it was really good, and I'm glad that I got to see my friend. I'm glad that we got to see community, and it just made me feel like less anxious about it, less scared. It's a way of keeping all of us safe. Yeah. And also for me to get to return home to Grenada. Like I think I might have to get vaccinated to travel, so that's also an important reason for me. Same. I want to go to Eritrea, so it's something I need to do to keep my community safe and myself safe. So hopefully others decide to get vaccinated. I mean, it is your choice. But I think it's just one of the ways that we can keep each other safe. Yeah, and this is a really great spot to get it. I feel like, where else are you going to get patties and corn soup?
It's lively, it's vibrant, it's friendly, and, you know, there's food, there's music. It's just what our people need, it's what the community needs. And personally, as a healthcare professional working in this clinic, I feel I get out of it as much as what I put into it.
I've just received my second shot of the Moderna, and I am fully vaccinated. I think it is my responsibility in the fight against COVID to become fully vaccinated. And I know I have to be responsible so that I could protect my family and my friends.
I'm really passionate about sort of being able to help in any way possible in terms of getting folks vaccinated, especially folks who are marginalized and most commonly affected by COVID-19 in any way possible. And with the changes in the medical curriculum because of the pandemic, a vaccine clinic is one of many great ways of being able to interact with patients, being able to interact with healthcare workers in general, and have a great time. It's everyone's happy here, and it's a great and positive environment.
Working with a Black physician who in between patients is talking to me about his specialty, talking to me about medicine in general, and also having patients that have been giving us blessings on blessings. They're just so excited to see Black healthcare professionals.
We care because this is who we are. This is for us, for our children, for our children's children, and we know the barriers that we all have in accessing care in general. The pandemic itself has just highlighted the barriers that the Black community faces. So I'm just hoping that this is just the beginning of collaborations amongst all of us that will improve the health and well-being of all of our people, in particular the Black community.
Yes, that was a word from the BPAO, Black Physicians Association of Ontario. They did great work here at the JCA, and they're gearing up to do it again in March. And we want to also highlight something that's coming up at the JCA. It's the big Walk Good Walkathon. So let's see this poster here so that you can know what to do. Save the date. Sunday, May 1st, 2022, 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Get your team ready. You can join in as an in-person or virtual because the Walk Good Walkathon is going to be underway on Sunday, May 1st. For more information, visit jcaontario.org or send an email, you could send an email to membership@jcaontario.org. And we have the Good Walkathon coming up in May. So much to hear from the JCA, and we are winding down, and we can't say goodbye without saying thank you. And so we're going to turn over to our Vice President, Miss Michelle Dolly, for the vote of thanks.
Hello, Danae. How you doing?
I'm all right. How you do?
All right, man. Country people, that's me fair to fine and hearty. All right.
The team assembling on the stage behind us. So.
Yes, I see my team. So all protocols observed. Good evening, everyone. It is my absolute pleasure to move the vote of thanks on behalf of the Jamaican Canadian Association Board of Directors and the Boonoonoonos Black History Month Celebration Planning Committee. Now, Danae in her opening remarks gave you the meaning of Boonoonoonos as a love or special person. I am going to expand on the meaning to include pleasant, nice, plentiful, and beautiful. Now that we have expanded the meaning, I am sure you will agree with me that you are a Boonoonoonos set of people watching a Boonoonoonos event. Translated, you're a special audience who spent time with us watching this nice event. As we close the curtain on this lovely celebration of Black excellence, we must pause to salute all the individuals, groups, and organizations that came together to make this event possible. Honorable Louise Bennett Coverley, Miss Lou, the mother of our Jamaican culture, in true ring-ding style would say, clap them! So I want you to clap them from anywhere you are joining us today. We acknowledge our President, Adoma Patterson, for bringing greetings and doing the land acknowledgement. With tears in my eyes, I must share this. This is her final year of supporting this event in the capacity of President of the JCA. Adoma, we thank you for your sterling leadership, support, and guidance as we organize the event through the years. Sincere thanks to Ms. Ishmael Murray, a long-standing member of the JCA and immediate past chair of the JCA Caribbean Seniors Club, for leading us off in prayer. Special thanks to our Canadian government officials for taking time out of their busy schedules to join us both live and via video greetings. Hopefully next year, we will not have to contend with COVID-19, allowing us to invite you into our 995 Arrow Road Community Hub, where we promise to make up for the 2 years of absence from our sumptuous Jamaican treats. Special thanks to Lincoln Downer, Consul General of Jamaica, Toronto. Thank you for educating us on the long list of pioneers in science. My mother taught me to speak the truth. So, sir, I am going to speak the truth today. I got a full lesson from you. I didn't know most of them. And so we appreciate you for always supporting our programs, but especially for educating us this season. To our community partners, Jamaican Canadian Association of Nurses, Black Physicians Association of Ontario, and OCAD University Solid Black Initiative. We thank you for your unwavering support, reminding us every day that we are stronger together as we work collaboratively to address the inequities in our community. To the awardees, African Food Basket, Black Health Alliance, Caribbean African Canadian Social Services, CAFCAN, Taibu, Toronto Black COVID Task Force, and UHN Social Medicine Program. We salute you on behalf of the Black community and thank you for demonstrating Black excellence in all you do. Now, this event was made possible by the generous contribution of our main sponsor, Carpenters Union Local 27. We thank you for your unwavering support of the work of our organization. Thank you, Chris Campbell. And let me tell you, Chris worked hard to join us today. And I thank you, sir, for taking time out of your busy schedule to personally inform us of the upcoming initiatives being undertaken by your organization. We look forward to receiving additional information as soon as they become available. Now, trivia is one thing, but gifts is another. And so there'd be no fun in doing the trivia if we didn't have gifts. So I thank Jamaica Tourist Board, Dr. Vincent Conville, and Dr. T International for supplying us with all those lovely gifts we had for the trivia. To our advertisers, Jamaica Tourist Board, Sandals, Ceramark, CAFCAN, Grace Foods, and Dr. T International, we sincerely thank you for your ongoing support. To everyone who donated online, we thank you for supporting this event. And let me tell you, if you have not yet done so, the link will be up for a while. It is your generous contributions that allows us to continue to offer our numerous programs at the center. And so please go to our website and donate. Entertainers. This would not be a Jamaican event if we did not have entertainment. After all, you saw the video with our vaccine clinics, which was the hottest one in town, dancing, food, and the works. Because as Jamaicans, we all know we love a party. So we thank you, Django, for reminding us that we are gifted and Black. Even though some of us no longer classify so much in the category of young, but we're gifted and we're Black. And we know that there are many rivers to cross. And we thank Mel.C for reminding us that we'll be lifted up to cross those many rivers. We want to thank you, Django and Mel.C, for providing entertainment this evening. Thanks to Audrey Campbell, past president JCA, for coordinating the trivia segment. Man, them questions were hard, Audrey. I don't know where you got them from, but we thank you so much. As I close, just a few more people to say thanks to. Thank you, Charles Matthews Jr. of the Charles Matthews Jr. Entertainment, for your unwavering support of the JCA. We know you go over and above for us each and every time. And let us just tell you today, if you have never heard it yet, we're truly grateful. To our MC, Danae Peart, for reminding us of all the contributions that were made by Black people. I don't know about you, but a world without Black people is scary for me. Danae, you never fail to deliver the goods. And let me tell you, your JCA family, we appreciate you. To all our health workers who were on the front line 24/7, in true Miss Lou style, I say, clap them, clap them, clap them. We salute you for putting your life on the line to save ours through this pandemic. Truly, we thank you. Now, it was a pleasure to co-chair this event with Dr. Sylvanus Thompson, a veteran JCA member who has served the organization in numerous capacities. But you know what? We didn't do it alone. And so we must give credit to the other members of the team who worked tirelessly for many hours to get this event up and going. And so at this time, in addition to acknowledging Dr. Sylvanus Thompson, I acknowledge our President Adoma Patterson for being our backbone, past President Audrey Campbell for always being there and being active on the team, Alvin Knight, Barbara Thomas, Harold Mattock, Hyacinth Wilson, Cashin Denton, our Director of Communications, and last but absolutely not least, Michelle Davis, our fundraiser, and Sandra Young. Finally, to each and every one of you, thank you for being our audience and spending the evening with us. We acknowledge that you could have been elsewhere, but you chose to spend your time with the JCA, and for that, we are grateful. This year, we celebrate Jamaica's 60th independence and JCA's 60th anniversary. The theme for the year is Homeward Bound. Now, Audrey spoke about it earlier. If you have not yet secured your spot on the Homeward Bound trip to Jamaica, August 1 to 8, this is a good time to do so. We also have numerous events coming up this year, and so I am sure you don't want to miss those either. So I'm going to ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you stay in the know. Now remember, if you have not yet donated, we encourage you to go to the website and donate today. Thank you, everyone. Walk good and stay safe. Danae, I think you're on mute.
Thank you, Michelle. You know, everything was going smooth till then.
No, it never happened. Somebody, you know,
to happen, right?
One moment I thought it was going to be me, but not this time.
I didn't expect me, so I had to turn it off because we were over here whispering. So we turned it off, and here we are. But Michelle, thank you. Thank you for having me as a host, and thank you for the vote of thanks on behalf of the committee and the JCA. This has indeed been another wonderful celebration, I would say, in a Boonoonoonos style.
Boonoonoonos indeed.
And, you know, I want to leave us with one more person who contributed to our health and wellness. And because I haven't listed any female inventors, so I wanted to list Miss Alice H. Parker. In 1918, she made the heater. Canadians, imagine what your life would be without that Black person. I'm telling you, without Black people, your life would be boring and dangerous. And I hope you got that from all that we presented today. And when you see your fellow Black person on the road, tell them you're Boonoonoonos. Thank you, everybody, for having me. And thank you to the JCA once more for yet another great annual celebration. You take care and walk good.